What up? What up? 3-2 bases loaded, dog.
We are back, baby. We are back, and today, man, we have two special guests.
First of all,
stop interrupting me.
Say
right
hi
now. You
to
want
your
to fight right now? Like,
say hi to your co-host.
hey, buddy.
I know you're excited because we got royalty around here.
I got Luke and this dude.
Come on, man. Anyhow, man, yes, we are excited about who we got in the building today, man.
Man, for the parents, you better get your young athletes watching this thing, because here are two young guys, definitely ranked players. They are well known, and we're going to talk about their success, their struggle, and I know there's a kid and a parent out there that can benefit from this. And we can't wait. Thank you guys for don't forget to subscribe, please, and let these guys know that, let him know that I'm way better looking than him. He really thinks that wearing that tight shirt makes him look stronger, and this definitely not. What do you guys think,
He's just taking shots.
Just take a vote. Take a vote right now.
Just taking shots.
Take a vote.
Let's just go introduce those guys, man. Let's just go right ahead. You're really taking shots. It's Friday, dude. Come on now.
It's Friday, man.
Anyhow, we have with us, man, ranked as the third best player by perfect game in the class of 2027, Mr. Lash Henderson. How you doing, man?
Good, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
And we also have ranked as one of the top pitchers. I believe the number is 7 at the time right now for perfect game in the 2028 class, right?
Yes, sir.
We got Luke Esquivel. How you doing, bud?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Hey, man, appreciate you guys coming out and taking a little bit of time to come out here and share your knowledge and share your experiences with us. And we want to get to know you guys. We want to get to know you guys. So first things first, Luke, me and Pete want to send you a congratulations, man, on making that USA team. I think that's probably the accomplish. Let's go ahead and take us through a couple minutes, man, and share that experience. You can talk about the tryout, how it went on about, the tournament, all that good stuff, man. So just ready to roll, baby.
So yeah, the tryout was great. It was in, where was it? Oh, Cary, North Carolina. It went well. I didn't hit good, but so they took me on the team as a PO, but it's still a great experience. But yeah, so we got to Atlanta, and we played at like 3 different colleges: Auburn, Clemson, and this NAIA called Georgia Gwinnett.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a cool experience to be out there with all the guys. Yeah.
Man, something about Luke, I looked him up. Hey, you guys should do it too on the page. Just go on Google and type Luke Esquivel. And LSU commit as a freshman?
Yeah.
Man, the guy must be good. You must be throwing 105 or something, the future Chapman.
Now, I do gotta ask, and I know your dad. Mm-hmm. Was there an issue that you didn't decide to go to Miami?
No. I mean, I don't think so.
Just curious. Just throw it out there,
I'm not against LSU,
if you're watching,
man.
I know you got some sensitive about this. We'll talk about it later, dude.
Nobody cares, Lally. He's going to LSU. But, man, that is huge, as a young commit. Do you feel like you wanted to wait a little longer, or do you just want to go ahead and...
Nah, I wanted to just get it done with.
It
was right before the rule changed, before you had to wait till you're a junior, so I just did it right then.
Make it happen. And how about Mr.
Henderson, man?
I love the hair, man. I love it. I wish my hair will grow, but it will not grow no more.
Dude,
I just shave it off.
Yeah.
But man, you are a well-known player. You'll go anywhere and people know who you are. Man, how's that feel? Does it put some pressure on your bag? Does it feel like now you definitely got to perform based on the ranks and what you have as a player? How you feel now? Whenever you go to the field, you feel like you have to be perfect, or do you just keep playing your game?
There's definitely pressure, but I know I'm human. I'm gonna make mistakes, but it gives me confidence knowing that I'm pretty good and I can go out and do the stuff that I do.
Confidence, that is huge. Let's talk about that right now. Because most kids right now, that's one of the things they struggle with is confidence. They see a pitcher that's throwing some heat, and all of a sudden, they don't want to step on the mound, or maybe after they make an error, all of a sudden, their body language just changed completely. Like from you guys' perspective, you guys, I'm sure that you guys have face some failure, but confidence. What is your thought process? And I'll start with you, Luke. Like whenever if I mess up, what's something that you do to bounce back, to get yourself back together?
I mean, in baseball, you always got to have a short memory. You just got to go on the field and always think you're the best, no matter what you do.
Short memory. I better write that down. Short memory. That's something you have to be able to forget that last at bat. When you swing that ball in the dirt, make you look crazy. Gotta let it go. Gotta let it go.
And I think ultimately, there's different ways to do it. When you have an at bat, how long do you maintain? How long do you stay with that at bat? Do you go to the dugout and still how are you able to do it? So it's just a case by case basis, But you're right. Short term memory, like when it comes to baseball, is huge.
It's your turn now. How do you deal with it? How do you deal with failure? And for anybody out there watching right now and listening, what's something that you can tell them and say, hey, this is what you should be doing?
Yeah, it's a game of failure. So I mean, when you're great, you only succeed 3 out of 10 times. So I mean, you just got to keep pushing. Next at bat, if you make an error, next play, like it's in the past. You got to look to the future.
Man, what do you guys think? For example, I know you guys went through some time through your baseball career, and you guys are still young, and there's more. Your book, is still not done. There's plenty of things you guys are going to accomplish. But you guys ever face a time where you're like, man, this is rough? Like maybe your first year 60-90, when you went from a drop 5 to a drop 3, and all of a sudden can't hit the ball out of the infield. You still got to find a way. Like, do you ever went through a season where you're like, man, I don't know if I want to keep doing this anymore? Like, you ever thought about quitting? It got that hard that you want to do it anymore? Or, man, just tell us about it.
Yeah. At the beginning of my 13U season, switching to 60-90 was tough for me with the bigger field and everything that was going on with that, the bigger bases. It was tough for me. I mean, I was kind of losing love for the game at the beginning, but then I just got kind of used to it after in the spring and the summer, and then I caught back love for the game, and it's been that way ever since.
So handling that, how was the support from your parents? Because your dad is not easy.
Nah.
Like, seeing you maybe struggle, like, was he hard on you, or, like, just get your head out of your behind, or how was it,
I mean, yeah, I guess, but my dad, I mean, he's done that my whole life, so, I mean, I'm kind of used to it by now, but, I mean, I don't really know.
You feel like you needed it that at the moment, or was it a balance of both?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of need that sometimes, but, I mean, it gets to a point where it's like, calm down, bro.
Calm down, Lolly.
Now, Lash, let me ask you, mom seems to run like a tight little ship at the house, right?
Yeah,
it does. But at the same time, she's your biggest supporter, man. Yeah. Like I'll tell you right now, man, she has to be in the top 5 when it comes to being involved in social media in the Metroplex, man. Tell us the good and the bad. Like, I know that she runs a tight ship, but at the same time, she's very supportive. She's always, man, like, posting videos. How is that like? Is she considered your agent?
I don't know about that. Yeah, she's on my tail a lot. Like, she keeps me going, and yeah, she's my support system when I'm struggling and stuff. She keeps me going.
Okay. Tell us about that time where you might feel like maybe that game, you had a really tough game. How you bounce back? You ever felt like, man, mentally you were out of it? Just tell us a little bit about it, because that's what these guys want to know. They're struggling, and they want to know how you guys just get out of it.
I mean, I just look to the future. I know I'm getting more chances in the future, so like, you can't just be stuck on one game. Like, you're gonna have bad games no matter what. Like, nobody's perfect.
Man, I'm so glad to hear that from these guys, man, because
I'm not perfect.
I'm not perfect. And you are listening from 2 guys that are well known. Yeah, and for them to just say, man, I'm just gonna let this one go and get back to the next one. Like, man, that's huge. Like, whenever you guys were growing, I know you guys were probably playing up. do you guys recommend that for a lot of players? Like, or I feel like that's a big game changer because that's what's gonna happen with you guys.
Yeah.
You guys both play high school. As a freshman, you're playing with sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So those guys are at least 2-3 years age different.
Mhm.
Do you guys got bullied your freshman year? Not really.
Nah.
By bully?
Not really. I learned a
guys
lot
were
of things
bullied.
though.
Lash is 6'3", 240.
Yeah,
I don't.
nobody's
they're
gonna
too-
mess with- I wouldn't even mess
I don't
with
think
him.
that. I don't think nobody wants to bully that dude.
But talk to us during that time, where, you're playing with older guys and he's like, man, I better buckle up because this guy, they're not going to make it easy on me. Like you played up,
Mhm.
Tell us about that time. It was not easy, but you had to find a way to make it work and, make it happen.
Yeah. When I was little, when I was 7, I used to play like 10U with my older brother, and I was just grew up that way. My dad always put me in the games, and it was rough, obviously, but it got me to the point where I am today. That's why.
So do you recommend it or not?
Yes.
Desperately. What about you?
Yeah, I recommend it. It's you're competing with like older kids, and it's like a competitive environment, and you learn a lot of things, and you want to be as good as the best player. So you're really trying to be your best. So.
Do you guys ever compare yourself with another player? Like, do you feel like that's something that it helps, it doesn't? Like, do you take the positive and leave the negative, or do you just go out there and just be you?
I feel like I kind of play my own game. I don't really look to model my game after anybody or try to be like somebody. I just try to be like myself and be the best version of myself.
Yeah, like he said. Yeah,
That's what you gotta do. I got one more question and then I'll let you, because this one is big for me. So a lot of guys, they committed. They're well known on social media, but then they did something that screwed them up. They hang out with the wrong buddies. They posted something they were not supposed to. Like, how do you guys keep yourself from getting in a place where now your reputation could be destroyed and your commitment? And like, how do you handle that, with your buddies? Because not everybody that hangs out with you wants
That's
the best for
intention.
you. They all have different destinations, and clearly the destinations for you guys is completely different than any guy on your team. So you, as a player, as an individual, like, how do you keep yourself focused where you don't get caught up in the nonsense in social media?
I feel like I'm kind of always on my phone, but I don't really get caught up in everything. It's important to put yourself around a group of friends that want the same thing as you. My parents have always told me that my whole life. So you want friends that have the same desire of you of wanting good grades and not going out or smoking or drinking and doing all that. So it really matters for all that.
Man, that's cute. What do you think,
Yeah, you want to be around people that want to succeed like you. Like, if you're hanging around lazy people, you'll become a lazy person. So, yeah.
Work ethic, man. You gotta be able to separate yourself from the crowd. And you guys, we're very proud of you guys. We have some talented players in our state, and now this podcast is gonna go all over, and people will know about you guys. People know about you guys already, but we really want to reach those kids that are trying to get to the place that you guys are at. And this will help them tremendously in a way where, man, I'm going to go back and listen to that podcast and listen to those guys, because I don't want to make a mistake that could put me in a place where I don't want to be.
So let me ask you guys a question. And look, a lot of parents are probably want to know this. Student athlete. Student comes first. So how do you guys manage? How do you guys manage your schoolwork? Does it, because we've been saying it takes a different dog to be in the position you guys in. So I'm assuming there's more hitting, more bullpens, more weight room than usually the average player. So how do you manage it? Do you have a schedule? Does mom and dad try to guide you the right direction? How do you guys manage that student athlete and keep up with your schoolwork?
You want to go?
You got that.
All right.
Not everybody at once.
Me personally, I try to take all the easier classes just so that it's not as hard as on me. But if I miss a period of time of a long time, like 2 or 3 weeks, I'll just take my computer with me and do all my work online. And yeah.
I have like a study hall at school, so I get all my work done at school. And if I don't, like, I just do it until I'm done at home. You know.
Now you go to Prestonwood. Now you go to Prestonwood. Tough loss last year, obviously. What is it? Is it going to be a rebuild year, or do you feel like you guys have a chance to,
I feel like we definitely have a chance because our pitching is still there. Maybe a little bit of rebuilding in our lineup because we had a lot of players leave, but I think we'll be solid this year.
Yeah.
Definitely
Lost Chris Patterson, man.
Yeah.
That's your boy, huh?
Yeah.
Y'all 6A?
Yeah. We're 6A.
What about you, Luke, man? You jumping into a team that won state, man. Obviously, big shoes to fill with the Dyson Hill getting drafted, and a lot of expectations from the name. Obviously, do you feel like you're ready to step up in that age role from that program coming in this spring?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm prepared. I mean, Dayson's a great player, but I think I'm ready to fill in his shoes.
Is your brother's there, right? Your brother's
Yeah.
How's that like playing with your brother?
I mean, I haven't played with him in a while. I mean, I haven't played with him yet, but like, I think it's gonna be a pretty fun experience playing with my brother.
That's awesome.
There you go, man. You guys go through this experience of area code through Perfect Game Select to all these tournaments out there. Is there one that you just like, man, I can't wait to go to this one? Like, is there one particular tournament that y'all feel like, man, this is the best of the best, or or is there a time of the year, with your select program or your high school? Tell us about that. Is there a time that you feel like, man, I can't wait for this?
I love the area code.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking forward to that. It's in California, good weather and everything, and it's a great environment at that stadium.
Honestly, I'm just excited to play high school ball with my brother and all my friends. To be honest, that's what I'm most excited for, just to play in that environment.
Toughest team out there. Toughest team you guys face. Travel ball team. Like, it's like, hey, I know we're pretty good, but man, these guys, every time we play them, man, it's a dog fight.
Have y'all faced each other? Have you faced it?
Nah.
Oh, just curious.
Oh, we should put that up,
Hey,
man.
Lash, join out here. What do you think you do against Luke?
Oh, a shot fire, man.
Come on, dude.
Oh, no.
What were you first pitch
Hey,
beat
put
to
the
this
mic.
guy?
Hey, put the headphones up.
First pitch. Just don't say breakable challenge.
I don't even know.
I gotta look at the game report, baby.
That's not working. It might seem like you probably be an aggressive hitter early in the count.
Yeah.
Guys, so definitely don't start with a fastball. Maybe you start changing up away. I don't know. Challenge, man. Don't be afraid. You never know. But going back to the question, toughest team you guys face summer ball. You're like, man, these guys were rough.
Or a tough pitcher. Toughest pitcher you saw out there.
Toughest team's probably BPA, but we beat them.
Okay.
We beat a lot of teams this year, but toughest pitcher. Oh no.
There's somebody out there,
Gotta
I'm
be
sure.
somebody.
There's like nobody that's like just dominated me, but there's some good pitchers.
Confident.
Calm it down,
Dominate.
man.
He didn't say us. He said me.
Ooh. Fastest pitcher you ever hit. Faster pitch. You hit 100 98?
Oh no, I haven't.
Fast?
Not yet. I might tomorrow at
Ooh, who
Texas
is that?
Scout Association against Weatherford.
They have some guys throwing 95 plus.
They did last year, but I don't know this year.
What about you, Luke, man? Best team. He's gonna say ourselves,
I don't even
That's
know.
how we roll.
I don't even know. Toughest team?
ourselves. You know,
I mean, I don't.
we just run the table every weekend.
How fast you throw, Luke?
Like 86, 87.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought this dude was throwing like 95, but hey, I heard he's pretty hard to hit, especially from the left side. You never know where the ball's going. But man, I think summarizing this up, you know, we really you know, wish you guys the best, and you know, we want you guys to stay locked in. Stay not just locked in on your you know, in baseball, but outside of the game too. You know, respect your players, honor your parents. You know, there's a lot of sacrifices that your parents do to get you guys where you guys are at right now. Like, man, can you imagine how much money has been spent through your entire, you know, baseball career? Like, you know, it's a lot. So you guys don't ever forget that. But if there's one thing that you want to tell a young player out there right now that want to get to the place where you guys are at right now, first thing that comes to mind, what would it be, Luke?
Honestly, just keep working. It sounds generic, but it's true. Just never just settle for less. Just always want more. And just always work every day.
Don't be complacent. I like that. Don't be complacent, guys. What about you, my man?
Stay consistent in everything you do, with whether it's work or hitting every day. I mean, this game is hard, so you gotta stay consistent.
Man, consistency, to me, that's just huge, man. We play this game and it's not easy. And man, the support from the parents needs to be there. You know, these guys have said it, man. They have a great support system. They know that they're gonna fail, but at the end of the day, they know they go home to their parents, and
it starts at home.
Be loved.
It starts at home. We've been talking over the last few weeks about it's okay to fail, and what the sense that I'm getting from you guys parents, and having conversations, and just listening to you guys talk, is like, hey, you guys got to go out there and hey, it's gonna be a challenge, you know, but you guys gonna beat the game. You're gonna be the best. You got to go out there and you got to play against the best. And you know, there's a curve. There's a time period, and you always want to continue to get challenged. You know, you always want to continue to be challenged, and that's my advice to you guys. You know, and you know, I've been blessed enough that I was able to be at that top level, and always like you said, you stay consistent, continue to work hard, continue to respect the game, because the game will humble you in a second, man.
Yep.
You have no idea, man. In a heartbeat, it will humble you down. The mental part of it, you know, is something that it's an attitude. To me, hitting's an attitude, you know. And I'm not a pitcher per se or anything like that, but I'm guessing you gotta have that dog in you every time you step in the mound. And you know, that's one thing that this young generation just don't seem to have or seem to understand. You just gotta have that dog in you, and it starts at home, man. It starts at home, man.
Gotta have it. Where can we find you guys? You guys have Facebook, MySpace? Hey, I don't even know what MySpace is.
Like, come on.
Instagram.
Like,
where can we find these guys? Find you on Instagram. You know, if they want to follow Luke and his career, where they go?
At Luke. Shoot, I don't even know.
Just type Luke Esquivel on Google, you'll find him.
One.
What about you? Tell him. I know you know your stuff.
At Lash Henderson 16.
Lash Henderson 16. Find them on Instagram. You better keep up with these guys. Definitely great things are coming up, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for both of you guys. Hey, let's give it up for this guy, man. Yes, sir. Hey, you guys did great. You know, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you get the latest on our 3-2 bases loaded. And we can't wait to see you guys again, man. What do you think, man? What are we going to finish with?
3-2 bases loaded, dog.
Let's go. Hey. Thank you guys for watching. See y'all soon.
Peace.